Up top and just that, it's DUTCHdinero you're representing for DUTCHdinero Top Slide TV. Please remember, share, like, subscribe, tell a friend them about Yasso. Cause Yasso, nice. Hit me up in the comment box, my fam. Let me know what you think about the story. Let me know what are your experiences. What you think I go happen, what you think should happen, or what you think maybe should happen. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, because we all there, when you talk to people, and when you talk to somebody and them now say, yeah. You know what I mean? Make conversation boring. Sometimes you can't even remember what you're about to say. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, you want me know, my fam? Residents in flood-prone areas prepare for more rains. As weather experts predict, a very active 2021 Atlantic hurricane season, St. Andrew family has decided to raise the height of their yard and home 16 inches above surface in an attempt to avoid getting flooded out. Blanche Allen, 57, who lives on Marlborough Road in New Haven, said the decision to build the elevated surface stemmed from losses she and her two daughters, Lataya Burrows and Shellyann Brown, endured after water raced through their home last October. Although 1 month and 3 weeks we have to leave the house for until the water subside. The water reached me waist and I am little over 5 feet. So because we know what this happened to we, because we know we don't want this happen to we again, we decided to take action, Allen told the team last Saturday when our news team visited the community. Brown and other residents believe the flooding will continue if the drainage system are not properly fixed. So the only solution we have right now until them fix the place is to get higher than the road, so that's when the flooding starts. The water is channeled away from us, she said. I remember one time Ricky, family friend, did come down here and him catch one big fish out of the out there, so on the road. That is how high the water was, she added. Meanwhile, Anthony Green, who lives in Greenwich Town, a community in close proximity to the flood-prone Marcus Garvey Drive, also in St. Andrew, said he is already moving out valuables in the event that history repeats itself. Me can't afford to start all over again, Last year, nearly all of my items them get damaged from the flooding. So when me decide to do this time, is to relocate them to somewhere safe. Me I go ride out this hurricane season with me bed and other small items where me can easily replace, she said. The 44-year-old said that it is baffling how those in authority cannot find a solution to the perennial issue of flooding along the highway when there is torrential rain every year. You expect this to happen during the hurricane season and when rain fall for more than a week, but all know them can't find a solution to the problem and them call themselves experts. He said last year torrential rains caused landslide and severe flooding in areas in various sections of the island. Up top and just that, it's DUTCHdinero here representing for DUTCHdinero Top Slide TV. Please remember, share, like, subscribe, tell your friend them about Yasso, cause a Yasso nice. Hit me up in the comment box, my fam. Let me know what you think about that one here, you know what I mean? Let me know what are your experiences on this flooding thing. You know what I mean? Because flooding, serious something. Yes, sometimes you not even know say I saw water, the dangerous, you know what I mean? But say water drown people. You know what I mean? Yeah man, say water is an element to itself, it drown people. You know what I mean? It drag people and pull people. Because sometimes water also having current, you know what I mean? So them people fam, them people right? What them people are going with now? What them do? Them try to build up. Them a try to build up them yard way. So what them a do? Them a throw like stones and so. To carry up at least 16 inches. You know what I mean? And 16 inches, a whole heap of inches that are more than a foot that, you know what I mean? So that are almost 1.5 foot, you know what I mean? So them a carry up 16 inches now to try to see if the water can keep out, you know what I mean? If they can keep out some of the water, because them say when the place flood out, all some big fish you can go catch out on the road where the water deep, you know what I mean? Yeah man, you can go catch all some big fish out there. But where one resident I say, my fam, one resident now I say him no know how, right? She no know how the government a baffle to find a solution to a problem. And year in, year out, rainfall and the place flood out, you know what I mean? But if you tell you the truth, my fam, you see sometimes you see some area flood out and sometimes you see some area flood prone. You can't really blame the government too much, because here why I say you can't blame the government too much. Sometimes what them people are doing, my fam, right? Sometimes what them people are do, sometimes what government do, the government build some road. And you see road where him use, just the part where him use the road, it help to carry water going to some of them community because the road is wide, and the road coming like a pavement. You know what I mean? So when the rain fall, any amount of water run on the road, it just goes straight in some of them community. And when it go in a community, the road become a small stream, something like a river. You know what I mean? So the government now get the blame right there, so because sometimes they don't do enough research before them build a road, which part them a build it. But what with the residents them now, my fam, right? Where mostly happen. And happen most of the times a resident really get the blame and are supposed to get the blame, because you what now. Sometimes these lands, right? These lands have some flooding history. But because flood a long time now, people buy them, and when them buy them build them house in a flood prone area. Because flood out for like 2-3 years now, right? Them not do enough research around the community, them not do enough research around the area to find out say it's a flooding place. That's why you don't see any houses there. You know what I mean? It's a flood place. You know what I mean? So because they don't do enough research now, sometimes all 20 of them, 30 of them, 40 of them. You know what I mean? And when the land sell, by time them papers to come through for land, 40 papers come through one time, all of them now go start build. And when you look now, you see 40 house in a little community. And when you see 40 house in a little community, it's a flood prone area. So you make the area now easier for flood, and you make the area now absorb more water. You know what I mean? Because remember, you know, the more houses, I less space the water go have to flow. So sometimes the residents now don't do enough research. You know what I mean? Because sometimes one man own how much acre of land, you know. And him knowing himself, so when rain fall, the land flood out. But sometimes him not see land flood out for like 3 years. So him decides, you know, me I go sell out the land because it stop flood and things, so I will make a good money. Right? And when him stay so bam now and sell the land, by the time the papers will come through for everybody now, can start building house. 40 people at one time, you know. So 40 people start building house one time, you know. You see, by 2 years down the line, the place start to flood. Which it a continue, you know, from in our last decade, because in our last decade and before and the decade before that, it always a flood out. But through this decade now, the previous decade now, we might stop. You know what I mean? This decade now we might stop. You know what I mean? So through stop now, everybody feel like say, oh, it's not a flooding area and it's not a flood out area. You know what I mean? No. So sometimes you have to really place some blame at it. Most of the time you have to place you blame my residents' foot. You know what I mean? Because the residents know you are going to buy a piece of land, you're supposed to check out your thing and do your research and try to find out. You know what I mean? Heavy rainfall, you try to did it. Or you try to go there for yourself and see how you can reach there when rain fall, when every rain fall and them way there. Because most of the land them, you better you plant crops there. You better you buy a piece of land and plant some crops, and if the rain come, it might kill your crops them, but at the end of the day, you have your life. And you have your livelihood, and you have your assets and your belongings. You know what I mean? More than you go buy that piece of land there, you build up your house, you put your assets, your belongings, everything there, and when the rain come, you end up with problem because you lose a lot of your assets, a lot of your belongings them. You know what I mean? You end up lose them through flooding. You know what I mean? So sometimes residents have to really do them due diligence when they want buy a piece of land. Up top and just that, you know, it's DUTCHdinero you're representing for DUTCHdinero Top Slide TV. Please remember, share, like, subscribe, tell your friend them about Yasso, cause a Yasso, nice. Hit me up in the comment box, my fam. Let me know what you think about that one, yeah. Let me know what you think about this flood thing. Let me know what you think about doing your due diligence before you buy a piece of land. You know what I mean? Because you know, want to build your mansion today and tomorrow you will downstairs under water. You can't go down there. You have to stay upstairs. And you don't know what's sad. Sometimes downstairs the kitchen there. Up top.